wide range of professional opportunities helps South Christian grow because it builds the leadership capacity of all of our teachers and staff who attend these district opportunities. It also helps us to identify what further needs the teachers have so that we can carefully pay for and support teachers in their needs throughout the school year.
It's been very advantageous over the past couple of years because the district offers a lot of PD within the district with our own district people, so that our staff doesn't have to pay to go somewhere else, whether it's Murray or Bowling Green or Lexington or even Frankfort. So with PD being offered here in our district, it gives us a few more opportunities. Plus, it allows our staff to grow when they present some PD as well. So it's a good growth model for the entire district.
This summer I attended the new teacher training. It was 2 days. And the thing that I took away from it the most was, one, it was very intense, and obviously I'm not a brand new teacher, but there were several things that I could take back to my classroom. I really enjoyed the fact that the presenters demonstrated many of the techniques and that we could go back and do that.
I think of the learning experience, what made it great was that the instructors and the leaders of this experience were very willing to listen and provide supports for the new teachers who had a lot of questions.
Before attending the new teacher training, I had no idea how to implement the learning maps into my instruction. But I'm looking forward to using the learning maps, the guiding questions, as well as brain-friendly teaching.
We went through 3 days of professional learning on project-based learning, and I will say that one thing I came away from was that it's not all about the project that you put in front of them. It's about the process and how they get there. Like you had a structure, so now go from there. What are you going to do to improve that to make it
start all over? We have to real quick. We don't have to just break these noodles, make a little bitty, tiny little sculpture like this. What?
Okay, so go with your design. What do you have in your design? How can you just improve it? Evan, jump in. What could you do?
Jump in, help me. Look, we can't just give up with this. Plus, what I saw last time, it was all trying to spread it out this direction like this. We need like one here, about 4, and then we can take the little ones out like this.
And so I loved that we did so much like hands-on things with our trash activity, and then we got to do take something all the way to completion, like this huge like mind map of where we were learning and what we could do with it. And it inspired me to come back to my school and be able to go, okay, y'all have got to get on page with this because it's the next big thing.
Because it's going to create a lot more student-led lessons, and particularly that's going to also affect the students because their learning is going to be something they're more interested in because they're going to be the ones leading the way. I'm going to be guiding them, obviously.
And I know it was beneficial for the high school and middle schools because it allows us to do a lot of cross-disciplinary teachings.
Was a really good learning experience for me over the summer because I was able to meet with my colleagues from my school at all different grade levels. We were able to discuss and to have conversations that helped me to maybe develop things that I would have never done in my classroom.
We were able to experience the program as a student would. So teachers were able to see how students may respond as they work through that component of the program.
And I know a little bit more about what I'm teaching this year. So I'm excited about teaching Eureka Math.
My experience with the math vertical training that we did here at Pembroke was amazing. I enjoyed the safe environment that I was able to be in with other math experts and talk and feel safe in my environment to ask any questions that I had. I also got some amazing resources that are going to help my students differentiate in the classroom. I got some for my lower students so I know what I need to do to help them, and some for my higher students. I also learned about Eureka and how to implement it in my classroom because this will be my first year using it, and I'm very excited and thankful that I had this opportunity at Pembroke.
The Gizmo provides an opportunity for our math and science students to experiment with some virtual labs. It's some hands-on things through technology that allows maybe our students to experiment with that from a financial standpoint we may not be able to afford in the classroom.
Went teachers understand what formative assessment is and looks like, then students get a better picture of the overall learning checks that need to be taking place in the classroom on a daily basis.
What made that event such a great learning experience for me was that I learned that formative assessment doesn't have to be dull. It can be quick, it can be fun, it can be motivating for the students.
Great. I think that it allows teachers to get a better understanding of where the students are, and that will in turn let the teachers bring the curriculum to the students instead of the students having to go get it, and that will again make the high impact instruction more effective. Right,
so one little activity that I came up with that would be quick and fun for the students was this dice block. So after the lesson, on one of the days, we could take a roll of the dice and let the future decide your question. So for example, I have list an aha moment that I had today, or something I already knew was, I'm still confused about, or I want to remember.
The facilitator was extremely knowledgeable about guided reading, and she was very passionate. So because she believed in it, that really made us see the value of it. And it just really looks like something that's going to work well for our students to bring them where they need to be with reading, because it allows me to see where every single one of my students is. And once I know where they're at, then I'm able to better tailor my instruction to meet their individual needs. All of my students will be working on looking deeply at the text and critically analyzing the text. It will also allow them to show growth, because we're going to reach them where they're at.
The assessment piece was really great because it's something that we need to do ongoing in order to move our students, so that they get a picture of where they are in the very beginning, they get a picture in the middle, and at the end of the year, and you can actually see the progress that the students have made. And growth is one of the major points that we're focusing on.
This is going to be a wonderful program for our students, because it's teaching them ways to recognize their own emotions and teaching them ways to cope with their feelings.
I find that most of the time as each year goes by, the material is the same, but how we deliver it has to be different. We have to be able to differentiate for students, and getting ideas from other disciplines was very helpful for me.
All teachers from across the district teaching the same thing could talk about, well, last year we taught this first and that didn't work out, so maybe we need to reorder it.
As a teacher, it has helped me to be a little bit more intentional in my planning. That it will help us in our efforts to ensure that all kids show mastery.
This summer, the administration of Hopkinsville Middle School had the opportunity to work collaboratively not only with our peers across the district, but with our peers at the district level to learn and grow as administrators in order to move our students toward proficiency in Christian County. This retreat solidified the fact that we have what it takes here in Christian County to service our students and lead them toward proficiency.
The leadership retreat was really good for my leadership team because we've added 2 new counselors, and they were able to learn about some of the legal initiatives that they take care of, ARCs, counseling, RTI, and speak with us about it while we were learning. Also, my teachers were able to come and present on RTI and share something that we do here at MLK with everyone else, which was so sweet for us, because a couple of years ago that probably was not the vision that would be able to happen. And now that it is happening, I feel like the culture in the building is just skyrocketing because they believe in themselves, they're confident, and it's because of the professional learning that we do.
One of the things that we learned at the district leadership retreat this summer was the RTI fishbowl meeting.
One of the things we want to get better at this year is conducting our RTI meetings so that they're more concise, to the point, and focused. So getting to watch a school do a mock RTI meeting was very beneficial for my team and myself.
Really using the district's leadership retreat helped us focus on the district's strategic plan, and using that strategic plan helped us set our school goals so that we make sure we're in line, and we're in line with what the district initiatives are for our school year.
Having those options and opportunities, a variety of opportunities within your own district has been very beneficial to us as principals and to us as a school from a financial standpoint. Not having to pay for our teachers to go out of district has been huge.
A wide range of professional learning offered by the district is a tremendous benefit to teachers and students. To begin, anytime teachers come together representing the schools within our district, you're guaranteed to have a wide range of backgrounds and experiences that will hopefully ensure continued networking in the future and throughout the school year. Financially, we were freed up to make purchases that support all the district initiatives, which was very exciting. And finally, I just think that district-wide professional learning ensures a smooth transition for our more transient students.